Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Well, if you are here, you are part of Mr. Foley's U.S. history class. I am Mr. Foley. My name is Nick Foley, and a lot of you probably know me already. So this course is going to be a good one. We get to look at World War I, the 1920s, the Great Depression, World War II, look at the Cold War and how that lasts till the 1990s, and then move into the Civil Rights Movement, which is always interesting. And so it should be a pretty interesting course. It's a very self-paced course in the terms that a lot of the assignments you can do on your own at your own pace. I do provide suggestions for when you should finish up with assignments because let's face it, none of us want to be at the end of May and have to do half of the class. So a little bit about me. My name is Nick. I went to school in Ellsworth, and so I've had a lot of the teachers that you have had. Mr. Casper, Ms. Pahachik, Mr. Stace are all my U.S. history teachers. So yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. I'm originally from Ellsworth, grew up on a dairy farm over in El Paso. It had a big impact on my life. Went to college in Stevens Point and moved back to this area. I taught for 5 years at a little K-8 Catholic school in the Twin Cities, and now I'm back at Ellsworth again. So you have my basement office. Also, my son's office for working online. He goes to SECs in 4th grade. My wife's treadmill. She does a lot of running on that and a lot of other stuff. So it's a little everything. So I'm going to run through a little bit about how this class operates and how it works so you know what's going on. So I will share my screen and we will take a look right now. So here we go. Okay, so first up, I have here your Google Classroom webpage. I will have the links and everything here that you can get to. So a lot of information, some of it will show on the feed here. Upcoming assignments and suggested due dates will come up here for the week, that kind of thing as well. But a lot of what you're going to do is in the classwork tab here. In the classwork tab, you have two really important things on the top. The first one here is the link to the website, and we'll get to that in a second, but it gives you the link to the Google website that I use for everything in terms of information. So the website is what you use for everything. So that's where you'll want to go. I also have my schedule here. This links to the schedule on the website, but I'll update it here as well. As you can see, from Tuesday, the 14th until Monday, the 20th, there are 3 assignments that focus around World War I that you'll want to complete. All the assignments are right here. And for each, I put an expected due date. And this is the date that you want to have these done by to stay on track. Doesn't mean you can't turn them in late. You can turn them in late, that's fine. As long as I'm getting them in. But there are going to be a fair number of assignments, so you want to make sure you stay on track. Sometimes an assignment will look like this, and it will be a Google form, which is pretty simple to work with. At other times, an assignment will be a Google Doc, and you'll open up your own Google Doc and be able to fill that in and turn it in. If it is a Google Doc, please make sure that you click the turn in button when you are finished. Otherwise, it does not show me that you're done. So clicking that button is really important. So those are the 2 different things you'll see in terms of assignments. Okay, so to get to the website, here is your link right here. So we'll click on that. And this website's really easy to work with, in my opinion. You have your main page here, which has my email. Nothing else really matters a whole lot. Feel free to email me anytime you have questions. I take usually 10, 20, 30 emails a day, and that's totally fine. I love to work with you. I can set up Zoom meetings to help you out and things like that as well. Right here, I'll have the schedule, and I'll only put up the schedule for the current week. And then when it comes to the next week, I'll add on. You can see here you have different tabs for different categories that we're working with. World War I, the 1920s. When it gets closer to the Great Depression, 1930s time period, we'll add on more things like that. But let's take a look at an assignment and figure out how to use these sites with it. So if we go back to the classwork, assignment 1, Fighting in World War I Response. It says use information from A, Weapons and Fighting, to answer the following questions. So when we go here, we go to World War I, you'll see there's a section called Weapons and Fighting. And this is your page for that section of the website. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of information, and there's a variety of information you use in different ways. So for this assignment, for example, It says directions for the section. There's a lot of information on this page. I do not expect you to look at it all. Some items I would like you to look at, and these are the following. So usually I'll lay out which ones you should look at, but sometimes I'll have something that's a requirement. Like I think this video is a requirement. Looking at one of these two is a requirement, but also add in other information. I know, for example, people really like this period, so maybe you want to watch something about the U-boats or dogfights in the sky or, you know, tanks. And so there's also additional information that can help you with assignments too. But each assignment over here is linked to a section. So B, the home front during World War I, is going to be section B in here, which is changing life. So you will see a letter usually, and that letter will correspond with the section that you're working on for your homework. So to start, you know, I just ask you to look at the website a little bit, get a good feel for that. Please take a look at the syllabus and review that. There's nothing extremely unusual there. I did update it so it is focusing on online learning. I think the biggest things are check your email, go on Google Classroom, use the website, ask me questions. I'll have Zoom meetings, participate in those. Those really help out. A lot of times we finish some of the assignments during those meetings. And just make sure you do your own work. As long as you get a passing grade on 60% of your work, you pass the class, you're done. So that is my overview. If you have questions for me, always email me. I love those. And we'll go from there. So I hope you have a great day, and let's make this a great class. Thanks.